2016 Season 1. We are in our round of 16 now in Group A. Just a reminder, Group A does feature Pox, Beastie QT, Jon Snow, and No Regret. I am Koshkii, and with me is Hjax. How you doing, Hjax?
Pretty good. I just got pulled in because DrennoC was DCing, I believe.
Yeah, had some
Um,
technical difficulties there.
yeah, so I'm just joining in, filling in now, I guess. Uh, yeah, should be fun.
It should be. We do have a ZVZ coming up between No Regret and Jon Snow. And our first map is actually Central Protocol. That always just kind of throws me for a loop. I'm like, Central Protocol? People want to play on Central Protocol?
Yeah, I think Zergs are really the only players that want to play.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're hopping into this ZVZ, and I'm pretty sure both of us don't know a whole lot about this matchup. But I'm expecting a lot of Lings and Banelings, because I'm pretty sure that's the meta right now, and we are seeing a game of no regrets.
We are. But here we are spawning in the bottom left. We have our red Zerg from Storm Gaming. It is No Regret.
And spawning up in the right-hand corner, we have our blue Zerg from Flipside, Jon Snow.
Looks like we do, I think, have a gas from No Regret. I can't tell if it's a gas, if it's an extractor trick yet or not, but I think it will be finished. Yeah, there goes the spawning pool as well.
Yep, so kind of unsurprised. No Regret is notorious for doing fast speed or Bane Bust sort of builds on ladder, and I think Jon Snow is aware of this because he just went pool first.
Yeah, I'm not at all surprised from both players here. You know, No Regret obviously going to go for that early pool. He's getting his gas. And Jon Snow definitely knows No Regrets, knows who he is, knows what he's capable of, knows his reputation, and is deciding to get that earlier pool as well to be definitely better safe than sorry here.
Poor No Regrets apparently having ping problems, and I hope it doesn't continue because, Ling Bane control would be kind of difficult.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like we are going to have a short pause here to just try and fix things. Because, yeah, like you said, beginning of ZVZ can be very micro-intense. And you don't want to have high ping during that.
Yeah, so in the meantime, Jon Snow just dropped his expansion, which means he's going to try to just defend whatever comes his way, and if he keeps his natural up, he's going to have a nice advantage.
Game resumed.
And we're back into it, so we'll see what happens.
Sixlings on the way, speed being researched. Looks like drones staying in gas. Definitely, there in case a Baneling nest or a Ro16 goes down. Wouldn't surprise me if it were indeed Baneling nest, and there it is.
Yep, so we are seeing a very committed push here from No Regret, and Jon Snow just trying to hold on the defensive. He's actually just dropped a Ro16, so I guess that will be his go-to defense, because he doesn't have a Baneling nest.
And this Overlord, is it going to catch... It does catch those Lings, so now Jon Snow knows that the Lings are on the way, can get his defenses planned out ASAP.
Yeah, and I'm confident that Jon Snow is completely unsurprised right now. He's like, oh, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure he was almost expecting these Zerglings. We do have 3 Roaches on the way. However, there are still a lot of Lings. We do have a Baneling being morphed as well. The Lings are arriving into the natural now. The question is, will Jon Snow be able to save this base?
Jon Snow has 8 Roaches in the production tab right now, which... for this small number of Lings should be more than enough. The Roaches that pop out of the natural hatchery could be in trouble, but Roaches are coming in from the main to help defend.
Yeah, now there are some Roaches here. Jon Snow on 2 bases compared to No Regrets. 1 base is looking pretty good for Jon Snow currently. However, we do have an Evo chamber here for No Regret as well, so he is planning on doing some drops.
Yeah, I don't... if he's using that to get Dropper Lords, I'm not...
Yeah, or he could be getting an upgrade for his Zerglings, like maybe melee attack. Probably attack, as Jon Snow doesn't have any Banelings.
Yeah, so right now No Regret only has one Overlord, I believe, in the general vicinity of Jon Snow's base, so that's the only one he would be able to upgrade.
Yeah, you're right.
And Jon Snow actually has 2 Lings patrolling along his main, waiting for this Dropper Lord to come along.
Yeah, and indeed it is. It is for melee attacks. I like the wall of roaches here, though, from Jon Snow. Nothing is getting through there.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's in a really good position right now. Like, he took no damage at all from the aggression. Has a bunch of roaches and is up, what, 22 supply right now? Like, that's massive.
It is a drop, though. It is actually a drop here from No Regret. He has got the Dropper Lord ready, but Jon Snow does know it's there. He does see the Overlord, but it did actually distract him, and now the Zerglings, they run into the nap. That was clever. I like it.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of roaches here. The Banelings are trying to get some drones. They pick off, like, 2 of them.
Looks like one more Baneling. It's not going to be able to kill off these drones here. Maybe the one lone drone. It will get that one drone kill. But overall, Jon Snow looks still looking pretty good here. And the supplies are pretty telling as well. 62 to 29. And if you look at the army supply, 28 to 6. It's really favoring Jon Snow at the moment.
Yeah, right now most of Jon Snow's lead is actually an army supply, not drones. He's only up, looks like, 8 drones right now. But the army supply is 29 to 10, which is an incredible advantage for Jon Snow.
Yeah, Jon Snow really reacted well with this earlier attack. And things are going to look pretty tough here for No Regret. And he's actually got quite a large supply block at the moment, too. We've got 3 Overlords on the way, but it's going to be a while before that is fixed.
Yeah, both players now dropping down 3rd hatcheries. No Regrets is a little bit quicker than Jon Snow's, so he might be able to compensate for a bit of his drone deficit, but right now Jon Snow still has a very sizable advantage.
Yeah, No Regret making more Lings here, 22 more Lings on the way, but these roaches are ready, the Ravagers here, also to help defend this 3rd base. This 3rd base is tougher to take on this map, but Jon Snow still doing a pretty good job at defending it.
Yeah. Jon Snow's just now getting Zergling speed because he teched right into roaches immediately.
Yeah.
He didn't need it. That's funny. Oh my gosh. So Jon Snow looks like he definitely wants to put on some aggression. He just produced another 11 roaches, and he's up to 91 supply, 51 army supply to 26. And I would be very unsurprised if he wanted to walk across the map and try to do some damage with his big lead.
He could definitely do that right now, and actually it looks like this army is starting to get into position, more Ravagers being morphed. However, there is quite a number of Zerglings moving down around, looking like they're heading for the 3rd base. We'll be able to surround these roaches and these Ravagers, pick off quite a few of them.
Yeah, the Lings, like, they picked off a few roaches, but really what No Regret was looking for right there was he was hoping that Jon Snow would move out and attack, like I just mentioned, and he was trying to see if he could pick off that 3rd. Because if he picks off that 3rd and still stabilizes at home, he would have a really nice lead.
Yeah, Jon Snow was able to save the 3rd, though. Quite a little battle there. However, Jon Snow still does come ahead, saves a lot of those roaches and Ravagers. The Zerglings trying to run into the natural base, trying to do whatever damage they can here, but Jon Snow doing a really good job of kind of pushing back the Zergling attack.
Yeah, Jon Snow has a Baneling nest in production right now, and right now, No Regret hasn't really committed to any tech, right? Like, he has upgrades on his Lings, but that's it. He has just +1 attack, no Spire, no Lair, no Roach Warren, no nothing. Which feels kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it definitely, it feels like it really puts No Regret behind a lot here. Just having the Zerglings and the Banelings, it can only do well for so long.
Yeah, and the Roach numbers for Jon Snow are really starting to get to critical mass, and he's starting to add on a few Banelings too, so he'll trade even better against the Zerglings.
And the Zergling attack, it tries to do a little bit, but runs away wisely there. Did not want to fight that entire army head on, but looks like it is coming back. Some of the Banelings will get some nice detonations, but the majority of them do just get picked off, no problem.
Yeah, and right now, No Regret can't really engage, and
GG.
No Regret saw the army difference, and he was like, I can't fight that. Good game. And at the end there, he was like, his supply was being doubled. It was 60 to 120, so
Yeah.
No Regret was in a really bad position.
Yeah, No Regret could just see after looking at that army that there was no real way to come back and just gave the GG there. The early attack from No Regret was cool, but Jon Snow, you could just tell he knew it was coming, especially on a map like Central Protocol, and did a really good job with his defense.
Yeah, No Regret's one of those players. He has a reputation for being so aggressive that, like, it's very easy to metagame him on that. And he's very good at his aggression, don't get me wrong. He's an amazing player, but someone of Jon Snow's caliber, like, if there's anything you know about your opponent, you can take advantage of that, and that's exactly what we saw that last game.
Yes, it is, definitely. And I'm curious if No Regret's going to play the same again on Prion Terraces, or if it's going to be a little bit different. So again, it can lend itself to aggression, this map.
Yeah, this map is probably the weirdest map in the pool because it has a gold natural, which is really strange. And I'm curious how that affects CVZ because the biggest difference the gold minerals make is you can saturate and get higher mineral income off a fewer number of drones, which might play to No Regret's style of like laying on heavy aggression because he would be able to afford more lings.
Yeah, that's a really good point.